Hey everybody, here on the Euro New Zealand in the 1 hour, and I'll jump right into it. I know this looks pretty messy and just everywhere, but really we're just focusing around here. I did want to show this. The reason I had it like this was just because what I'm realizing is that we were in this push up that broke new highs for a while, and then it broke back down and tested, and we were still in this area, just this weird choppy area, and I managed to get in right in the middle. First off the bat, bad spot. My playground from here to here is right in the middle, and if you want to go even bigger extreme, this area to this area, I'm still right in the middle. So so definitely not the ideal spot. I need to be, if I'm looking for sales, I need to be in this area near these breach lines. And actually, after this trade, I went and refined my trading plan to where if I'm not at a significant area of interest, nothing like this little blip. If I'm not at a significant area of interest and close to my extreme areas, more or less, traps of these buyers, traps of these sellers. If I'm not near these bottom areas or top areas, then there's no trade for me. I stand aside. So all in all, luckily I didn't take a loss on this one. I was just a quarter loss. I scratched it for 0.25 R loss. But let me get into the read. I'm not going to make this one too long. Just it's pretty obvious that this was my breach down after a long range. This was my breach down, and then he reacted off this area, and we were pulling back. So this guy pushed up to this high, testing this area, kind of struggled, probed, came back, and then he broke above, just really struggling. And then we had this high push up with this big knockdown, and then the second push up with this big knockdown. So that kind of got me interested, and I was trading the Euro Swiss franc before this pair, and so after that trade, I scratched. I went to this to possibly get in on this one. So some red flags on this one also that I see is technically the main flow is up. Right now it's actually sideways, but the main big boy flow is up. Another thing I see is this breach down had no volume. I mean, just dead volume. Asia session and into London, New York stuff. The higher volume was at the bottom, and then we had high volume here. So that, first off the bat, the volume was no good. Like I said, I wasn't in an area of interest. I was right in the middle of this sucker, so that's no. But back into the read, we broke up here, just struggling, which is good. We kind of pulled back, and these two big rejections got me excited, so I went down on a lower time frame. Excuse me. And it looks great on this time frame design wise, but we don't go off designs, right? So we had this push up and this big knockdown, and here's that same volume on my last PA at the bottom of this. So that should have gave me some concern. So this would be our V formation, and then our struggling test coming up with nice wicks. That looks good. Possibly an entry here would have been nice, taken to these areas, but I didn't do that. I got in and saw this big push down, so I said, you know what, this last area here has been damaged twice, so possibly if we can get a pull back to this underside right here, I'll get in. So I actually put a limit order to this underside, and it came up quite quickly. And so once I did that, I was on my precision time frame when I set the limit order right under here. but based off of the other time frame. So it hit, it didn't go, and then I was wanting it to go fairly quickly. If this was just a quick test back, I thought it should have blasted, and then this volume here at the bottom also concerned me on the push up. So as it came here and then started to come back on me, I got out in these areas right here. Ooh, no, sorry, I got out. I let it run a little bit longer and then got out in this candle. Get out of the way. Another thing to note is I wrote this, euro correlation was strong, so that means that this chart actually wants to go up. So there's just some red flags in this I guess I just didn't really pay attention to. And I did learn from this trade, so that's ultimately what these PAs are about. And sometimes you got to take some bad trades to realize that what you're doing wrong. So I think that's what this one is. And like I said, it actually impacted me to where I actually put it in my plan about these levels. And just noticing the red flags, and getting better with every trade. Luckily, I'm not losing tons of money, so being able to scratch, or just not losing tons of R's. Not really money; it's the risks. So overall, not too bad. And it just kind of ranged in here. It's still in that bad spot, so unless it gets to these areas, I won't even mess with this pair anymore. Eurnzd also has horrible spreads, so I probably won't even mess with Eurnzd. I might just hold off on it for a while, just maybe look at it. But all right, I'm rambling, so thank you, and feedback's awesome. Thanks.